Listen, before you watch this video, I need you to like and subscribe, man. The goal is to get as many college coaches to this platform as possible to get these kids scholarships. So in order to do that, I need you to like and subscribe to this video and even share it.
Not much, man. How to get to it? Hey, my girl Trinity Thompson getting her first O today.
For real?
Yeah. Yep.
She hoop?
Did she? She didn't have a game under 17 points.
You said she didn't have a game under 17?
Yeah, every game was 17 or more. Friday, she had a double-double on the Arkansas Mavs.
Oh, so the Arkansas man is y'all joint?
Yeah, she had she had 16 points versus Arkansas Mavs. She had 16 points, 13 rebounds. Yeah. And then Ava John got hurt during the game. Skylar didn't finish the weekend either. Both of them hurt her foot. Skylar hurt her foot, and Ava John, I don't know what she hurt. But in that last game, oh my gosh, that last game when Joni and Indiana was there, Trinity had 20 in the first half.
Dang.
The first half.
Jeez.
Yes. Yeah. Talia Parker 2.0, I'm trying to tell you.
Yeah, I can see that.
Yes. Talia Parker 2.0.
Yeah.
That's what we're going
I can see that. Athletic.
Get downhill, slasher.
Who shoot it better?
Trinity shoots it better than Talia. Especially at that age. At this age, it's not even close. That's why I said 2.0, because her shots, like, she's not a shooter, but she hits way more threes than Talia Parker. She shoots way more threes than Talia Parker. Just that alone.
Gotcha.
Yeah, she had at least two games where she hit like 3 threes.
Okay. Yeah. So how was the event as a whole?
Oh my god. I don't want to kill that shit, but oh my god. If Ryan DeSuze was not there, man, no coaches would have came there.
Yeah.
Shout out Ryan DeSuze. She brought all the fucking coaches, man. Oh my gosh.
That's crazy.
Literally brought all. I mean, it's probably like 12 in there, bro. I'm walking out talking. I'm like, who y'all here to see? Every last one of them were there to see Ryan. Nobody else.
Wow.
Which was a good thing because they had no other choice but to come watch the 16s. Nobody else good was playing.
Wow.
Yeah. Hey, Trinity got about 8 calls today. Yeah, it's gonna be a great weekend for her. Michaela Clark too. She finna get her first OPA this weekend or this week.
Yeah. So you're saying a lot of 16s is gonna they on the radar right now, basically.
Oh yeah. Heck, dog. What I mean, that one game all them coaches came to, they was hoping, bro. Literally, when I mean Ryan, bro, she had no turnovers, 18 in the first half, like 2 blocks. Yeah, she was hoping, bro.
All right.
She was hoping.
Oh, you talking about Ryan?
Nah.
No. Oh, you talking about 16s.
28. Trinity Thompson. 28. She was fine.
Yeah.
She gonna get her first offer today.
Y'all boys feeling good? Good weekend?
Oh yeah. Went by too fast.
You said went by too fast?
Yeah.
Hey man, I ain't gonna lie. Where I was at, man, it went by too slow for me, man. I ain't gonna lie. Oh my god.
I ain't holding them cameras. I ain't holding them cameras like y'all are. I'm just holding my phone.
If I was at the EYBL, bro, I probably would have been a little bit more lit.
Yeah. Nah, man. So the topics this morning, man, I feel like got like four different? Yeah, 4 different topics. Got COVID. I feel like COVID messed up a lot of kids. I feel like that's why the talent is kind of watered down. I don't
think like I've been thinking it's the talent watered down. I think it's just the talent is too spread out, bro, everywhere, bro. Like even if you think about the 3 tournaments that was in Houston, bro, it's 3 different events, bro, all spread out, bro.
But each team had players, though. You feel me? Like, but I feel like COVID, in a sense, like, okay, the top of the top gonna be the top of the top, right? The top of the top. Let's say, for instance, COVID happened in 2019, right? So that class of 21, 22, 23, that's when you start seeing the drop off on talent. But I feel like it was because kids wasn't able to get in the gym. They wasn't going outside. Like, so
See, I feel like it's
that 2
still
years.
talented players. It's just spread out. Like it's way more spread out than it's ever been. Like when Coach G was coaching, they didn't have all these teams, bro. So they were forced to play each other. Like it was just better quality games, bro. It's
Yeah.
just not as many quality games
It's
because you got Puma Circuit,
millionaire you talking about,
Adidas, you got like nah.
Yeah, the same thing with the boys on the boys' side at home. You can't even get to who the best team is because it's 4 Under Armour teams. It's 5 4 EYBL teams. It's 5 3 SSB teams. Then you got all these new
Now you
Puma
got
teams.
Adidas Rise, and you got Gold Circuit, UA Rise,
You got
S40. You got all that.
Yeah, you got Puma Circuit. You got New Balance Circuit.
Yeah.
You got, it's just, like he right. Like, it could be a cold girl on the team, but she weighs somewhere else that you don't even get a chance to see her.
Exactly.
Just, but
it's so many teams in the state now. It's all these co-players just spread out from team to team versus some of the better players on one team, and then they go play better players from other.
That's what I was gonna say. That's what I was gonna say. The talent now on those teams that I'm talking about, it's gonna be one or two that stand out. It's not gonna be a whole bunch of them, but yeah, it's gonna be something that strike your eye like that. Wonder why he or she playing over here and not trying to play over there with, but to each his own. But from what I'm hearing, college coaches going to all these circuits, so that's what I'm hearing. So
yeah,
but you gotta think the boys' side is way more marketable in a sense of like it's more talent spread, like it's more talent.
But it's still super spread out, bro.
Like it is super spread. But I feel like COVID, like the kids that took advantage of COVID, like that was able to do the extra during COVID, are the kids that's thriving now. But it was probably like 85% of kids that didn't do nothing.
That was what, 7 years ago?
No,
COVID 2021, at least 4.
2019.
Like,
What was it?
like 4
it
2019?
was 2019, 2020. It was like 2 years.
5 years ago. It's 2025.
My point exactly. So the talent that was 2025.
I just think it's spread out, bro.
These seniors was what, 8th graders. The market didn't open back up until 2021. Basically, it didn't fully open until 2021.
Those eighth graders, because I had a batch with those 8th graders, them boys. Man, they were still hooping. They were still going outside.
Yeah, especially where we at. Especially in Texas, where we at.
Hooping,
they weren't closing gyms that much.
Down.
Dog, Texas was throwing events, bro. We were throwing events. What do you mean?
In 2021.
Yes, we were throwing events. That's how Buff was eating. That's how Buff was eating. He was throwing events during COVID.
Yeah, 2020. They had gyms. You wasn't packed, but we was getting into gyms. We was at parks.
I ain't gonna lie. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. During COVID, bro, in Texas, Buff was throwing events, bro. I'm telling you, bro. No, people was flying out here because there was nobody playing other states. I'm telling you, bro. The one arm dude, Emmanuel, he flew out here. Everybody was flying out here to play, bro.
Let me tell you something, bro.
Yeah.
I was training crazy outside, bro, while COVID was going on. I was training I was doing driveway workouts. So if you had a goal at your house, I would drive to your house, get out with all my stuff, and we work out in your driveway. Dog, I had so many clients. I was going, I got black as tar, dog, out in the sun. Just driving around the Metroplex, training people, bro. So it was a lot of kids that were still grinding. There was a lot of kids that took off. Yeah. So it was a half and half. Yeah. It was a half and half.
I feel like that's where the talent, because kids got so.
But I don't think the talent drop. I feel like kids, to me, are the mentality is just different. But their talent, like at skill level and stuff, I feel like it's more talent. You got 6'4" girls coming off the dribble. It's way more girls dunking now. Like I feel like the talent is not the issue. I feel like it's the spreading out of the talent. Like you don't see all the talent in one gym as you used to. Like you used to back in the day. Like it was always an earn not given type tournament all the time back then. Like Pro Skills versus DFW, they used to bring people out that matchup alone because they had all the best talent in the state on each other. It was so spread out. Like it was good enough. Like, you had Sarah Andrews and Harmony head to head. You got a lot of Eaton on their team.
Right? Yeah, we had the best Arkansas girls. We had the best bordering state girls as well. Oklahoma, you know what I'm saying? That like they Gatorade players of their state. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So yeah, when you got that type of talent on a couple of teams, of course those games gonna be featured games because everybody want to see them go against each other. You know what I'm saying? But now you don't get that no more because it is a whole lot of elite. But everybody put elite on their jersey, and they say they in this circuit. When we on this circuit, and so I mean, I ain't gonna lie. If my kid Cole and she's a star player, man, she live in West Texas, and then somebody got a team down there for her to play with. Why do I got to drive all the way down here to practice and do all that when she gonna still get the opportunity to play in front of college coaches and they got a chance for her? So that just makes sense. I wouldn't do it if my kid, if I know my kid gonna stand out. If I know my kid gonna stand out regardless of where she gonna play at. You know what I'm saying? So I just think that it makes no sense to do what some of these other kids in the past had to do. They had to drive from West Texas to play with such and such because they weren't going to get no notoriety. They weren't going to be able to play on no circuit. So they had to. Now, some of those teams way out and way in Timbuktu, they're able to be on a circuit, so they're able to go play now. They don't have to do all that driving. So, you know.
And I agree to that. I look at it like now, instead of like you saying, instead of saying, hey, I'm gonna stay home and grind, I'm gonna play with this team out here. I feel like a lot of kids is running from like the talent not down, but like the mindset, the heart of like, hey, I want to go compete against the best, not actually play
Yeah.
with the best.
It's not like a
I
lot
want
of
to go
kids
bust
going to
their ass.
play pickup and I want to go play a pickup. We need to go. It's none of that. Like they don't hoop enough. That's why like they skilled though because they always training with their trainer and all that. But their instincts ain't there to feel for the game. That's the difference. I feel like because they ain't hooping, bro. That's the difference.
Okay,
Like
so Lefty,
they not
so
hooping.
we around the babies. Do you feel like? See, me personally, that's why I say Kobe messed a lot of kids up because I feel like the 2028 class when they become seniors, I think we gonna get back to what y'all was talking about
I feel
with
like
the
the
harmony and
2026
easiness.
class is nice though.
I feel like the 2028 class is like full of superstars, like full of
Hell no.
yes,
Superstars.
No. Fuck no.
I
yes,
feel
No.
like I feel
bro,
like
Why
I
you
feel
yes,
like
bro. The
no
girls that you have when they become seniors,
I
bro, they're gonna be the best,
I
some of the best girls in the state, and it's a ton of 2028s playing
it's like
2016s right
it's like
now.
four in Dallas. Are you talking about
I'm
Dallas?
talking about just the country in
Oh,
general.
okay,
Yeah,
okay,
no, no.
okay, okay.
When
As
those
a whole, yeah,
2020,
Yeah,
28 is better.
yeah,
28 is
okay.
better. 28 is way better than 27, but no, that 2029, 2030, bro, that is good too, bro. They is, yeah, I
but
ain't gonna
that's
lie
what
to you.
I'm
They,
saying, though. That's what I'm saying. So when the 2028s become seniors, bro, the mentality of those kids right now, because they're gonna be so
I,
skilled, they don't watch
yeah,
so many
I
people
just feel
go in
like
front of them.
they don't, first off, let
That
me start there. They don't watch. None of them watch. Let's start there. They ain't watching no
what you
basketball.
mean they don't watch? They know
They
who
not
they know
watching,
who
bro.
Wade
I'm
is.
telling
They
you,
know who
they not.
Juju is. They
They
know
know who
who
they are, but they
Kanan
not
is.
watching. They not watching though. They not watching full games.
That's
Bro,
that's
these
uh that's
young
a
kids
that
They
is
not
good. Their
watching.
IQ, they play better basketball than these 17Us. They play better. I watched it this weekend.
Yeah, you're
Watch
right.
it.
You're right. They play better,
They play
but
but you know
better
why?
they still don't
basketball.
You
watch
you
basketball.
know
They
why
still
they
don't
They'll
watch.
tell you they don't watch it. They'll
They
you
tell
still
know
you
don't
that.
why
watch.
they playing better basketball? They playing better basketball because the pressure is not on them to get an offer.
Yeah, no, that's
Yeah,
17U,
you
bro. It's
understand?
yeah,
That's
that's the
why
best.
that's why
17U,
it's
the
better
best of the
basketball.
best.
Yeah, that's why when you get to 17, 16, and 17, everybody out there trying to get theirs.
Yeah.
And they think that college coach looking for that. So that's why a better brand of basketball is at the younger level because they don't have that pressure on there. They don't have the pressure on them to get an offer. You know, it ain't that many eighth graders, ninth graders getting offers anymore. It don't happen like that no more. It's some getting them, but it's not a lot of them anymore. You know what I'm saying? So the
Yeah,
pressure on those kids to play a better brand of basketball is easier for them. It's very easy for them.
and the
But the pressure is
younger
on.
kids, they're hungrier. Like it's just how it always be. Like those younger parents,
And
younger
then
kids coming up, they are like they want to get on so bad.
hey,
Like
and
But
then you can look at it like
it,
this. When they was in the seventh, eighth grade, everybody was the girls you talking about the 26. Everybody's like, oh, they gonna be cold. They gonna be cold. It is a fall off period. It is a drop off period. Half
I
of
feel
those
like the
girls
26
was
class is
cold.
good though.
Yeah,
no, they
I'm
great.
saying, but half of those
Now
half
let
of
me
those
tell you
27
though.
girls.
Let,
class is the weak class to me.
hey,
That's the weaker class we got.
listen. Let me just tell y'all. For years past, Texas used to have the most McDonald's All Americans. We don't have them anymore.
That's what I'm saying. we're going to we're going to have them.
Yeah,
When that 2028
but I'm
class
just saying.
become that
I'm
damn,
just saying,
bro, that's gonna be good, bro.
Texas, Texas, and California used to have the most McDonald's All Americans, but for the last, I ain't gonna lie, for the last 4 or 5 years, we didn't have a major drop off in
And
McDonald's.
I feel
McDonald's
like
because
it's
kids
because of
It's
COVID.
playing.
not.
I'm
I'm
telling
talking about.
you,
I'm
I
bro.
don't think
talking
it's because it's not because
Yes,
of COVID,
about.
A
bro.
yes,
lot
it
of
No,
is,
people.
bro.
you
I'm
blaming
I
telling
ain't talking
you,
about.
bro.
COVID for us not having McDonald's? No, everybody went through COVID. That's not it.
I ain't
Yeah.
talking about McDonald nominees because we have a shitload of
Yeah,
Ah,
them.
yeah,
yeah,
I'm
yeah,
talking
yeah,
about.
yeah,
I'm talking about actually playing in the
yeah.
game. That's what I'm talking about. And
but
so
it's too
I
many
look at.
politics in that. It's a lot of politics in that too. Sometimes it don't even matter. Sometimes it is what it is, bro. Like it's just
But
yeah.
Lefty, we used to have 8, 7, 6. Hey, every year
Yeah,
we had at least
that's what
6.
I'm saying. The
That's what I'm
politics
saying. At
changed.
least
There's a
6
new person
kids.
in
Yeah.
charge. When Dan Olson was running it, yeah, Texas was lit.
Yeah.
Now you got people, voters, and people from Texas. Now they be feeling like we don't want to look biased, and then they ended up hurting our kids.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, but I'm just saying that's how I measure how good the talent is around this way is by McDonald girls, like burger girls that really, like I used to be like, dang boy, we got a bunch of these girls going. You know what I'm saying to the game, to play in the game, actual game. You know, it was like that for years, and then it just boom, it just dropped off. You know what I'm saying? We
But
didn't,
I
you
feel
know,
like when we not to cut you off, but I feel like when I hear these stories of like, dang, basketball used to be popping, basketball used to be it started 2029, 2020, 2019 was the last class everybody talked about. That was
yeah.
That
like, dang, this the class
no,
that was booming.
no, no, no.
Yes, bro, I'm
I
telling you.
graduated in 2019. 2020 with Harmony, they was just as good, bro. That 2020
That's when
class was
COVID,
good too.
that's when
No, that's what
everything shut
I'm
down.
saying. Nah, but I'm saying 2019, that was India Rogers, Jay Nunes, and then that 2020, 2021 was weak. They class
Now
was
my
weak. I feel
After
like
no,
they class
COVID, after
was pretty
COVID,
weak.
after
I gotta
COVID.
say, my last cold DFW elite team was Harmony and them.
Yeah,
Harmony,
that
Alana Eden,
2020. Yeah,
Layla,
that 2020.
Layla Blair, Todd Parks. I mean, we were Final Four in the EYBL. We were Final Four team in the EYBL. So that was my last cold DFW
And
elite
that was
team.
what,
I'm talking about
2020?
yes,
Yeah, that was
So
2020.
what
yes.
I'm saying is, okay, but they was already fully developed, fully everything. They didn't have no COVID break off. They was about to get ready to go into college at that time. So they
But
already had the mindset of kill. They already had that
You
mindset.
either
So
Now I
what I'm
don't feel like
saying is,
COVID
yeah,
stopped you from having a killer mindset. Like
yes,
yeah.
you either got a
Hey,
killer or
it
you
do.
don't.
You stuck in the house all day,
Dog,
bro.
COVID been over for 5 years,
yeah.
bro. We not finna
That
keep
was,
using that as an excuse, bro, for you not being good.
No,
That's not an
what
excuse.
I'm
You
saying
you have
is,
too
bro,
much time between in and
yeah,
out to work on your
yeah.
game, bro.
bro,
Facts.
Yeah.
it's
Even
too.
then, like, dog, people was
People was in
grinding
the
during
gym, bro.
COVID.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
If you wasn't
That
I
was
know
the
my
grinding,
time
there was
man.
people was
nobody.
Only a
grinding the most
select,
to
only
me.
a select few,
I know my.
the top of the
I
top.
know my son was grinding
Dog,
during
Hey,
COVID
nah, bro.
hey,
Yeah,
People
yeah,
was
because you
hosting
hey,
had
Zoom
access though,
trainings,
Z.
bro.
hey,
I'm
You had
telling you,
access
bro.
to
though,
a
Z.
hey,
part,
Ed,
to a part,
Especially
hey,
to a
Ed,
part.
out here where we was at, bro.
hey,
We
People
was
was
at a
in the gym.
park.
I'm telling
hey,
you,
it
bro.
was
I
We was at
kids.
always
a
was in the
park.
gym.
Hey, it was kids who was at the bottom, and then when COVID hit, and I used to tell the kids I was trying, I was like, "Hey, this is the perfect time for you to go
COVID.
catch
That's when
everybody else.
Brianna Crittenden got
This
better. COVID. That's when she went
perfect time."
My
crazy.
point exactly. So if you was able to get in the physical, or you went outside, or whatever the case may be, you
That's
still
on
feel like,
you. That's what I'm saying. That's built in
yeah,
you because you had nothing else to do.
Yeah,
That's
I know
built in
kids
you.
were working out three,
Yeah, like
four times a
I'm
day.
telling you, bro. Kids was working out all the time, bro.
They started taking off the
They
rims because they
started
saw
doing
my videos.
Zoom.
Yeah.
They started
Exactly,
taking off
bro.
the.
They started taking the rim off the stuff because people were still
Yeah,
outside, bro.
Hey,
I was
I'm
and
working.
look.
I
telling
was
you,
working
they
a bunch
was
of
hooping
kids
a
out.
lot out here.
I was
Hey,
working
and
a
then
bunch of
look.
kids out,
I
bro.
bought my
I was working
own
a bunch of kids
basketball
out.
goal. Az. I bought my own basketball goal, put it in the parking lot, and I still had kids coming out. Like kids was grinding, dog. Like
Yeah, dog, dog.
it was
Especially
grinding.
down south, bro, Texas, bro. I'm telling you, bro, with so many, bro. Buff was eating.
Hey, and
That's how Buff
Oklahoma.
was eating,
Hey,
dog,
Hey,
during COVID, bro.
I had groups of kids coming to parks with no mask on, bro.
yeah.
For
but
real, bro.
y'all was going against
Hey,
the grain
Yeah,
though. You know
I
what I'm
went to
saying?
Oklahoma.
yeah.
Hey, I
Most
went to
people,
Oklahoma. I went to Oklahoma twice a week, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Every Tuesday, every Thursday. to Atoka, Oklahoma. That's 2 hours away from Dallas, and they had a little small gym. And I put this on my life. It was 20 kids showing up every time, grinding,
Yeah, dog.
grinding.
Hey, and then Coach Z, before COVID, you didn't believe in that 21 group. They wasn't like that before COVID.
No, no,
Callie Cooper and all them, that whole group wasn't cold. They wasn't elite like that.
no. I just told you my last goal
Yeah.
group. I just told
Yeah, but
you. I
so I'm saying,
just
even
told
if
you.
COVID didn't hit, they wouldn't have been elite.
No, no.
Yeah,
I think
dog.
what hurt us as a program for DFW Elite is during COVID, I wasn't willing to be out recruiting. I wasn't
Yeah.
willing to go over nobody's house and say, "Hey, we want your baby," as to pay, as far as. So I didn't give a damn who showed up. I was gonna coach whatever came in the gym. So, other programs, they wasn't like that. They were still masked up, ringing the doorbell. Hey, I want to sit down with y'all and talk about. No, I wasn't doing that. I was at the crib watching TV. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I
Yeah.
wasn't. Yeah, so, some people was willing to risk their lives for it, but I saw too many people dying. I wasn't doing
Yeah.
it over no basketball.
Hey,
Yeah, over no basketball. So whatever showed up that year in 2021 is what I was going to coach. You know what I'm saying? That's just how I felt about it.
hey, Ed,
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this: the ones I feel like this. The girls or the boys you feel like that's like not as good because of COVID. I look at it like it's the parents who made those moves in the past. Like they
Yeah.
made certain
They
moves,
wouldn't have been good without COVID. That's what it
but
sounds like. With
I'm
or
just looking
without
at
it.
like you make certain moves, you got certain consequences. So if your baby fell off, somebody told you, hey, don't make that move. It ain't gonna work. And these parents is like, nah, I'm gonna make these moves. They making moves on their own. So I can't blame COVID,
Dog,
the talent
you
of it.
either gonna work out or you're
Yeah.
not, bro. That's
They
not,
making
yeah.
their moves. Yeah.
COVID
They
been over,
making
bro.
moves.
COVID been over. So if you ain't been in the gym, when COVID in it, you didn't go get in the gym and work on your game, bro. Hey, that's on you.
But what I'm saying
That's
is,
just like I can bring this point up because I'm in education, so I know what COVID looked like. The COVID kids left last year. I got rid of my last COVID kids. I graduated them to the ninth grade. So my eighth graders last year were my last of the COVID
mm-hmm.
kids because behavior was crazy for about 3 years. So I'm saying the last of them was last year. My last year eighth graders that's gone now to be ninth graders. Those were the last of the COVID kids. If you want to look at it in a point of where I'm teaching and I see it, like kids that used to sit in the house, not be on the Zoom, listen to the teacher, not doing what they're supposed to do. Those kids are gone now. You know what I'm saying? Like they're freshmen in high school. The last
Mm-hmm.
of them. The
Yeah.
last of them. They are freshmen in high school. So we're back now, into a phase where kids got structure, discipline, used to getting up in the morning, used to being somewhere. We're back in that era now. So as teachers, we talked about COVID and what it did for us as behavior and kids being able to listen and understand and be able to stay on task. Those COVID kids couldn't stay on task. They couldn't stay on task at all because they were so used to having the video game controller low, acting like they're looking at the computer, looking over it, playing the game. I caught my
Yeah.
son doing it a whole bunch. You know what I'm saying? So, it was really a joke. You know what I'm saying? It was really
Yeah.
a joke. So,
Yeah.
but the last of it are now freshmen in high school.
Gotcha.
Yep.
Yeah, because you could look at it as day one working, but COVID also could have gave you opportunity to get ahead.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
either way, either you gonna
Yeah.
do it or you're not, bro.
Yeah. That makes sense. Live period checklist evaluations for parents and kids. What should kids kind of be looking over or reevaluating after these 2 live periods? Like you can't switch teams after no more, right?
Now you can switch
On the
teams till the last
on
event, from what I
the
know.
yeah, you can
Uh,
switch teams much. You can switch teams on as much as you want. I
Yeah,
think the biggest thing for kids is a self evaluation though. Like why you switching teams if you played? If you played and you played bad, that's your fault.
yeah,
You know
that's
what I'm
true.
saying? Like you weren't prepared. I saw so many kids that wasn't prepared, bro. I saw so many kids that wasn't prepared to play at a high level when it was
I saw
time to play at a high level.
I saw a little bit of both. I saw a little bit of like bad coaching mixed in, kids not doing their part. Where I was at, I wasn't watching that many elite, but some coaches too, like some coaches gotta know what, like if a school is there to watch a player, bro, you gotta showcase that player at the same time. You know what I'm saying? I feel like that's the whole purpose of playing AAU for them to get scholarships and get seen at
Right.
the end of the day.
So how do you
Like a
feel
lot of
about a
the
coach? How do you feel about a coach that know a kid got, like, let's say they got a college coming to watch them play, and then the coach is like, well, I want to make sure I get these other kids opportunities to play in front of this coach, but the coach is watching, came to watch one player, but the coach is like, hey, I want to make sure the other kids on the court on the team is getting the same opportunity you get.
But I mean, if you're an elite basketball player, you're gonna be on the floor anyway.
anyway, yeah,
I don't.
yeah.
Yeah. So yeah,
No, no,
you're
no.
not gonna get taken. You're
I'm
not
not
gonna get
speaking
taken
about
out the
being on the
game.
floor. I'm talking about
Yeah.
like
Show
early on, like for
showcasing your
instance,
kid.
when the school came to watch, when A&M came to watch Trinity Thompson, I went and told Jean she needs the ball. Like we need to run stuff for her the first couple of plays so they can see her,
Yeah,
and that's what they did.
that's what I'm saying. So Lefty,
Yeah, just
so
little
you
stuff
take
like
it.
that. I ain't saying you gotta feed her the whole game and all of that. Nah, if she
So
ain't
how you
hooping, she
feel
ain't
about a
hooping. But
coach
give her
that
some
won't do
touches.
that?
I just feel like what are you winning for?
Yeah. I mean, I just think it's a kid's job to get seen. I ain't gonna lie to you.
Mm.
I mean, it don't take much to jump on that goddamn flow, sliding across the building, playing, I mean,
Yeah,
absolute 94 feet of pressure defense. I
but
mean,
it's like
looking
this.
like you can belong in their program. Like you supposed
Nah,
to look like
facts.
you can belong in
But
their
I'm saying like
program,
let's just say you got a stretch four. You got a girl who's 6'2", 6'3". She kind of skilled, and they want to see her shoot threes, but you keep posting her up the whole time. You see what I'm saying? That's
But
the thing I'm kind of saying.
lefty, look, if college coaches really if they really own a kid, they gonna come watch them work in high school. They gonna come watch them. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
They just not
No,
watching that one game.
no. I'm not saying that. I'm talking about the weekend. Like, let's just say it's
Oh,
their first time watching. Like, they
okay.
like,
I
man, we
got
want to
what
see
you're
her shoot
saying.
the three, this and
But
that.
still
Like,
though,
I'm just speaking of the first quarter. Just that first quarter. If
yeah.
she ain't hooping within that game, yeah, just nipping in the butt because you
But,
can still hurt her forcing it at the same time. But I'm saying
but
at the
yeah,
beginning,
that's
at
what
least get her some
that
touches early. That's
I've
all I
always
be
told
talking
kids.
about.
I've always told kids to do what you're really
Mm.
good at. Don't venture
Mm.
off into that shit that you're still working on. Like if you're still
Yeah.
working on shooting threes,
Yep.
then don't do that.
Don't
Don't do
do
that
it.
No,
shit
no,
in
no,
front of
no.
them.
Like,
Don't.
like,
Don't
Yeah,
do it.
like if I be
yeah.
like, she can shoot threes, this and that, but she's never getting a chance to shoot a three. Like, she's always posting up stuff like that. Like, coach, can we see her play the high post? At least shoot a midi, something. Like,
Yeah,
showcase that.
I got
That'd be
what you're
my thing.
saying.
Hey Z, I
I
got a
got what you're
question.
saying.
Z, I got a question for you. I know you was at the boys, so I guess Ed and Lefty can answer this too. How? Because Z, you said playing 94 feet defense. How many teams? The boys might be different. They might play, but how many girls teams is playing 94 feet like the whole
It's
game,
not.
or
I
Wait,
know on
what
the
you
boy
mean 94
on
feet?
picking
on the boys'
up
side, if
full
you're
court?
not working on getting pressured, you in trouble. Cause them boys they
Yeah,
on
yeah,
your
yeah,
butt, nigga. Yeah, nigga. So you can't get the ball in good for they up on you. They up on
yeah.
you. I know it's some elite girls teams that do it. I know. I can guarantee you, Marcus got Mo Jeff and them playing pressure up defense. But it's probably select. It's probably because you got to have the talent to do that as well. You got to have the talent to do that as well. Because everybody can't just jump up in. Because I
Listen, man, do you need college coaches on you early, late? It doesn't matter. I'm Coming University got everything for you. Posted twice a month, 16 plus thousand followers, 450 plus coaches every month. And we just dropped the app. I'm Coming University got its own app, own platform where we got every access to every coach in America, D1, D2, NAIA, JUCO. It don't matter what level you want to go to and what level are you good enough for at the end of the day. Book a call in the description and let's get you seen and let's get you.
know some teams stay in games because they sprint
Yep.
back as soon as they shoot.
Yep.
They sprint back, they getting back cross half court, and they're gonna make you earn every bucket that you got to try to get. So I mean, it's the strategies of different coaches. They got to, if he ain't got no guards that can get down and guard like
So
that, he can't do it.
let me
He
Yep.
can't, he
rephrase my
can't do
question
it.
then. Let me rephrase my question. Because I was looking at, I think Ashley had posted where she was interviewing parents and like, what do you hate about AAU the most? And like two parents was like, man, I hate kids, they running back and sitting in the zone. So how many teams are sitting in like a zone? And I'm asking because it's like, how do you showcase? Because you said, if you on that court, I expect you to be 94 feet, playing defense, sliding your feet. But when you in the zone, you can't really have those characteristics on
But
defense. So
you,
how many teams are like sitting these girls in zones where they handicapping their ability? Because I might not be an offensive player, but I might be really hard on defense. But I'm sitting in the zone, so I can't really showcase my ability
I feel
I
like
mean,
you can showcase your
you gotta
ability.
mix it up, but I
in the
mean,
zone.
No, yeah, because you can talk. A lot of kids don't know how to talk. So being the loudest person on the court, showing that you can communicate on the court can help.
But it go back.
You know
I'm
what I'm saying?
saying
Like
it go back to
you
what Z
directing
was saying.
traffic. So if I be
but
like,
still,
hey, I got your
look,
help, I got your help.
that's a fact.
Pass it, pass it, pass it.
Yeah,
Like
if your
it's showing
team
that
just can't guard them, it's just
you
what it
know the
is.
game of
You're
Yeah.
gonna have to
basketball.
go
You
to
know
that
what I'm
zone. You're
saying?
gonna have to go to
So
that
that's
zone
how
because
you
if you're
show
getting
your
blown out, they gonna
capability
leave.
of being a great defensive player. Like you know how to communicate because that's how defense is for the most part is
No, that's a
communication.
fact. That's a fact.
That's what
Our last 2 games on the Under Armour circuit, both teams got in the zone where they knew they couldn't guard us man to man. On the boy side, they played a zone, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like they knew they didn't have the personnel to match up with us man to
Facts.
man.
And
So,
if your kid can't guard, hey man, you putting them in the man and they call him 1-4 flat, you embarrassing your kid too.
boy,
yeah,
boy. The 1-4 flat boy, dangerous
Yeah,
boy.
that 1-4 flat is dangerous.
I think getting back to topic, the checklist need to be, you know what I'm saying, as a parent. And the kids, they gotta go look themselves in the mirror and have a real. They can't be delusional about where the hell they at
Hmm.
in this game. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? If you're 2026 or 2027, you know something that's right here and right now. You
Hmm.
can't be delusional about getting back home. Parent wise, I mean, you can't be delusional with your kids. Like you got to be able to be honest with them if they not in shape, if they not hitting shots, if they not making the right reads. IQ is terrible.
Exactly.
All these things like that. If they not doing those things and you just saying, "Oh, baby, it was just a bad, just had a bad weekend." Oh, hell no,
I
hell no,
feel like
because
you should never have a bad weekend, bro.
yeah,
That's just me personally. Like, bro, you playing 4 to 5 games.
yep,
You should not have a bad, bro. You have 5 bad games.
yeah, that's what I
5?
see. I say,
Nah,
Bro,
I
five
say the
bad games is
same thing.
crazy. Nah,
I've
that
been
is
saying it
fact.
for years.
Five
you
bad
can't.
I've been
games
saying
There's
it
no
for
is
such
years.
thing as a bad, bro. There's no such thing as a bad weekend unless you
But
get
it's a
hurt.
bunch. But
I
it's a
mean, yeah,
bunch
you
of
can say you
kids
had a
that
bad
it's
week
a
because
bunch
you
of
just feel
kids
like you
came
didn't play
home
good
with
as a
bad
whole. But
weekends, bro.
Yeah, there's
It's
no
a
such
bunch of kids
thing.
that came home with bad
There's no
weekends.
but
such thing as a
but
bad
some
weekend.
people feel like the bad weekend is because I ain't hit no shots.
Yeah. But Lefty, they stopped playing hard because they wasn't hitting
Wasn't hitting
shots.
shots.
Fact.
Those are facts.
That's a
Those are
fact.
facts. Nah,
Oh,
nah, you speaking facts on that. They miss shots.
yeah.
They get into walking back and
Yeah.
pouting.
Yeah.
Those are facts. Those are
Yeah.
facts. No, those are facts.
But yeah, but I mean, it goes to show like the game is so offensively driven, like that they don't know how to care about anything else, even as a player. You know what I'm saying? Like they just don't know how to. They don't know how to care about anything else. They don't know. That's why in my highlights I try to put defensive because I try to put people diving on the floor, doing jump balls and you know what I'm saying, other stuff to kind of be like, all right, man, like.
I just try to post whatever you do to impact the game. That's all
So
I'm
of
trying to
course, like
post.
I'm scoring the points, but you know what I'm saying, like little stuff. Like I think I recorded, bro, Maddie, Carlton, boy, she blew up this weekend, boy, by
Maddie
doing,
who?
by, Carlton from what's the name,
Oh, Maddie Carlton. Justin
yeah,
Carlton.
she sister go to Justice Carlton, go to Texas. Bro, she blew up this weekend by doing the little stuff, bro, guarding, like she was guarding. She an undersized big. She was getting rebounds. She was boxing out. Like she was just causing havoc, and she blew up. Like a lot of coaches was talking about her because she was doing all the little stuff.
Yeah,
She an
and
undersized
people want
big.
motors too. If you play
Hey,
hardball, it's not.
let me let me the biggest thing is, it's a bunch of kids went places they ain't even see a college coach.
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
I ain't gonna
yeah,
speak on what I was gonna say.
yeah.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's
I'm just
exactly why I pulled my kids from those terms. I was like, we'll never see a college coach at this age. I'm not about to go travel and play with them like that. Like, it don't make no sense.
You see that question, Z?
what do you
I don't
say?
see none of these
It
comments, bro. My
says,
shit.
Ray said, "What about a mom who doesn't know the game if their team, huh, and their team to support their
I can't.
kid since the
They're just
team
supporting their
is
kid.
winning. She's feeling like her kid is just as good. So basically, what he's saying is,
Basically, the parent feel like just because the kid win in tournaments and games that their kid is just as good.
yeah,
Is that what you mean?
yeah,
Wait, say
yeah,
that
Well,
again.
that's what I just led back to, being delusional. Like, I mean, if you're a real parent and sitting in the stands, you know such and such better than your baby, way better than your baby.
yeah,
And if you try to compare your baby to that baby, you're a delusional parent. I just tell people that all the time. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no that when Zay was in the 7th grade, Kennedy 8th grade, Lex in the 8th grade, she played on one of the most elite Zay was the only 7th grade on one of the most elite 8th grade teams in the world. I mean, when I mean in the world. We had all the baddest Houston girls. We had all the baddest Dallas girls, and from the surrounding areas. And my baby was in the 7th grade. Cried after the game. Coach Keith, R.I.P. He gone now. Coach Keith was their coach, and Zay cried after a game. She didn't get to play that much. My baby used to play it all the time. I got in the car and said, "Man, you think you supposed to be playing over such and such and such as this is exactly what her daddy words." I said, "If you want to stay on that court, get better then." You know what I'm saying? That was my words to my daughter. But I don't think parents able to talk to their kids like that no more because they're scared that their kid gonna hate them or get mad at them. But those are uncomfortable conversations that parents are supposed to be having. I ain't cuss her out.
right,
I
right,
ain't got
right.
to call out her name, but I'm telling her the truth. Like, such and such on this team, man. Such and such a bad mamma jamma. Like, listen, you ain't gonna play unless you
Yeah,
boom, 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 boom. I put my daughter on the team because it was called Swift Elite. Damon McKinney put this team together, and I put my daughter on the team because of practice. I said, you gonna get to practice against the best girls in like close to you. Like they 1 year older than you. You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was a privilege to be a 7th grader on this team. You know what I'm saying? So, but she went in that next game, bro. Coach Keith looked in the stands at me and like, I can't take her out. I can't take her off the floor because she took what I said and went and put it out there and went and did exactly what I said do. But parents don't have uncomfortable conversations with their kids no more, dog. It's always your fault, Ed. It's always your fault, Trey. It's
Yeah.
always your fault, Lefty. It's somebody else. There's no accountability in this game anymore. No, zero accountability with self. Everything is always somebody else's fault. That's why kids play for 7 different teams in one summer.
Can I expand on that? I was just about to say that. Like, and that's about a talent level because, like you said, it's always our fault. But now it's like if I always look at it like this. Like, let's say a kid quit my program, and they say, "Well, the coach," and I'm like, "All right." And I always tell the other kid, I'm like, "If you work like this with me, then when you go to a different program, you're gonna work like that. If you play like this here, you go to a different program, you're gonna play like this or even worse there." I'm like, you are getting a chance to showcase your abilities, but this is the way you playing, this is the way you approaching the game. But like Z said, instead of the parents having these real conversations with the kids, they'll say, "Hey, we just gonna move teams.
right,
Yep.
We just gonna
yeah,
move
yeah,
teams."
What's comfortable?
Yeah,
What's comfortable? Everything is comfortable now. I'm gonna make it comfortable for you, baby.
yeah.
You know?
And then, but we gonna blame the coach. Hey,
Yeah.
the coach not this. I'm like, I just had a conversation with one of my girls, my older, and she was expressing herself about the weekend. I'm like, you ain't going hard enough. Go harder. And she like, I am. And I'm like, yeah, you are. And I see that. I'm proud of you. But you're not going hard enough. I need you to go harder. And she listened and she took it in I'm like, hey, it's time to go harder. And she listening, but like somebody got to have that real conversation. Because if I would have never told her that, she would have been a victim of herself. Like she would have been playing victim. Well, the coach is the coach. No, you not going hard enough. Because if you were going hard enough, the coach don't play you like
back.
that. They don't play with you like that. You know
Yep.
what I'm saying? I'm a coach. I'm not finna play with no good talent. If you cold, you in the game. And I'm gonna let everybody know, hey, she is not in the rotation. I got a rotation of 3. These 2 girls on rotation. Everybody else is playing for these 3 spots. You know what I'm saying? And I try to tell them, if you in that rotation, you are not going hard enough.
Yeah.
If the coach can take you out and put somebody else in, you are not going hard enough. But like Z said, his daughter was in the game, and what the coach said, I can't take her out. She's not in the rotation. I don't got when they say sub, that referee say sub, I don't gotta look back. I know I'm not coming out the game. But the girls in the rotation, what they doing?
Yeah.
But just
Me?
like I'm
Yeah.
saying,
Yeah.
the example I just gave y'all about my own daughter, just think about would have said, "Nah, babe, I'm gonna find you another team." Just think how her
Yeah.
career would have went. Just think how her
Yeah.
career would have went if I would have changed that. Just that alone, just said, "Nah, we'll get you another team to play on." Just think how my baby career would have started bouncing around
Yeah.
then. Now, every time something ain't right, she gonna ask me, "Daddy, let's move." I think I need to go to another spot. So. Just that one time, I said, "No, get better. Shit, you just got to get
Yeah.
better. It is what it is. And that whole thing could have went totally different left.
Mm-hmm.
Now we stand on the right and we going on the right track because
Yeah.
I made her fight through adversity and be better and understand accountability of what she has to do. And I don't think enough. It's too many parents out here that I hear it in training. Parents. I've never seen parents risk it all in training like they do now.
Yeah.
Like kids missing shots in training, parents throwing their whole body back. You know
Man.
what I'm saying? I'm like, what? I could have, me as a trainer and a coach, I'm looking like I can imagine what you like at a game. Oh, I can imagine what you like in a game in
Oh.
them stands. If you
Hey,
doing this in training, oh my
Yeah.
God.
hey,
And
and
I
it,
think it's the
go ahead.
I was like, I think it's a difference too. Like, let's say for instance, your baby was just dominating. There's a difference between dominating your space and you just being there in your space and you complaining about certain things. Like, because I don't want to give people the perspective of, oh, you can't move teams. If you're dominating a space or a team, like let's say if you're on a rec team and you just dominating that team, okay, now it's time to move up,
Yeah,
change teams. You feel
yeah,
me? Now you can
yeah.
change team. This gives you ability. But if you're not dominating and you constantly complaining about not playing, you're not doing this or coaches this, it's not necessarily the coach problem. It's probably just your talent level. Because if you was dominating the game, you wouldn't have nothing to say. My daughter right now, she play volleyball, but she played for a team back in East Texas, right? But she's good. Like she don't come off the floor. So I'm like, all right, I gotta challenge you. So I gotta bring you up here to Dallas, where I know this market is competitive. So I feel like that's when it's time to switch teams and
Well,
change teams.
I did it with Ryan. Lil Ryan was with me for a long time. And when I saw her ability to be I said, I went to her parents.
Mhm.
Hey, y'all got to go move up. It's time. But that's what good coaches do. I didn't try to hold on to her and let her keep playing with me. I said, no, it's time for this baby to go play with some of them elite girls, and she ready, bro. She ready. Mom and dad. I told them that. But I think it's so many guys try to hold on to those type of players so long
Mhm.
and try to keep them that they never get a chance to experience what they supposed to experience.
Experience, yeah.
Hey,
Yeah, you know what
hey,
I'm
Z,
saying? Like,
I lose all my girl. I let them all go. Like I let them
yeah,
all go. Yeah, I just lost one of my biggest hits, Marley. Like I let them go. You gotta go. Like if you need to go, you feel like you ready for that, go ahead. Like I
yeah.
wish you the best. But you're right. Coaches gotta let kids go. But I always, and I said this earlier too. But it go back to the parents. Parents are making their own decisions. They don't got nobody like they not. I feel like parents should get like with a Z and be like, what do you think about this decision?
Mhm.
Parents are moving around making decisions and it handicaps them. Go back to Z situation. If he would have took her and said, "Hey, let's move teams," she probably wouldn't made it to the
Back.
WNBA at all. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
No.
Like
Yeah.
those are what every action come with a reaction. You was with a guy who developed you, who made you cold, and then you left too early. The guy might say, "Hey, if you're not ready yet," right? Then later, 2, 3 years, you got people like, "Oh damn, what happened to her? She left the person who was getting her right." You know what I'm
But
saying? So
that's just the same thing that I say to kids. Parents be trying to rush to be in advanced training. And they rush it, boy. I think my baby ready for advanced. No.
No,
And
they
I'll be
not.
like, no. I'll be like, no. So guess what those parents do?
Leave.
They leave.
Hmm.
They leave, let their baby get a little older, and then they try to come back to me.
yeah,
And they still not ready.
yeah. Hey,
And they still not ready, bro.
because look, Z, you had a plan for them, and they just
Yes.
wasted 2 years of your plan.
Yes.
Now,
Yes.
now they supposed to come back and just jump back. You wasted. Now we gotta go back 2 years.
Yep.
I
Yep.
can't work on what I want to work on. You still got 2 years of work left
Hmm.
that you just left on the table.
I get it all the time, bro. I mean, dad and mom will walk up to me. I think my baby ready to beat her. And I'm looking at them like, nah, your baby ain't ready for that. I do this shit for a living.
Right.
I know what I'm looking at. Your baby not ready for that. Boom, they
I know what
disappear.
I'm looking at.
Yeah. They disappear. They disappear. Boom, pop back up on the scene. Maybe a year and a half later, kid done got a little older, done been somewhere else, coming to the gym with that same mentality, that same skill set, ain't grew, ain't did nothing, thinking they gonna be at 8 o'clock. Get in there and kick over every one of my cones, looking awful. And then mom looking in the stands like, y'all thought y'all was gonna come back in here and just pop it off like that. No, it don't work. It don't work
You
like that.
behind
It
now.
don't work like that,
You behind now. Facts.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But,
And
hey, bro.
the kid that they were better than is in that same line. They looking at them like, dang. They ran off and left them because they stayed where I had them at. And they graduated. It's just like, we don't skip kids from elementary to high school.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, they got to go through the process. They got to go through the process. Then they get to where they're supposed to get.
Guess what happens when guess what happens when they do come back to you and then they start seeing the other kids better? Guess what they got to do now? They got to quit again because they feel like they feel like this girl right here should be better than me. Or hey, you showing favoritism. It's like, hey, she been like, yeah. So yeah, parents. But Big Stokes said D1 players come from elite players come from elite parents. So I believe that too. If I always tell kids, and you can't manage parents, but you can help manage the kids. I'm telling kids, if you show up 5 minutes before a game and you think you finna just jump in the game, no warm-ups, you ain't touched the court, you ain't walked around the gym, you ain't smelled the gym, you ain't did none of that, like, and you think you just finna come play, I blame the parents, but I get on to the kids. Say, hey, you need to be here an hour early. Watch a little bit of game, warm up, do this. But you see the elite parents are feeding these kids right. They showing up on times. They coming to practice like a Z. I can take my daughter to another coach, but this is not your only coach. I'm gonna come work with you on the own. I'm gonna come work. We gonna do the little things, right? But then I take you to a coach. You go work with your coach, right? You go work with your trainer. That's what elite parents do. A lot of parents just want to put it on the coach, and then coach doing the practices, coach doing the games, throw your hands up, and then they get home. They've been at home all weekend and they touch the ball. They've been at home all weekend. That parent ain't said, "Hey, come sit by me on this couch. Let's pull up your film. Let's watch your mistakes." They're not doing that at home. It's only when they with us. Oh yeah, you this and this. And it's like, dang, why
But
you don't
hold
do the
on.
baby like
Hold
that,
on,
bro?
Trey. Ask me how many parents, whenever you all see me in the gym, what I have in my hand. If you ever see me on the sideline, what do I have in my hand? What am I doing?
Recording.
You know how many parents don't even do that?
Yeah.
You know how many parents just sit in that stand and don't record none of their kids? They ain't got nothing to go home and watch.
Yeah.
They don't have enough.
You want to know what's crazy, bro? Just y'all brought that up, bro. So y'all know I got my program, right? Bro, it be people that get my program, then they'll get out, and then they don't even because high school season, you ain't really got to record. You can use Huddle. You know what I'm saying? You use Huddle, send the clips in, whatever. Bro, AAU season, bro. It's some parents that be in my program, bro. They don't even record the games. They're so lazy to record the games so they get out the program. I'm like, bro,
they get it out of where?
they get out the program because they don't want to record. They just want to sit there and watch the game. Bro, part of being a parent, bro.
Yeah.
Bro, you your parent, your kid hates it right now.
Yeah.
Man, while we was going to Ohio, Lil Z would get all in his inbox. He would get good plays. He would get plays that I'm disappointed in. Mm-hmm. He would get plays like you got to make that play right here. I'm putting under in caps. Like, look, on this play right here, you need to be in the passing lane. That's a steal. Like, boom, I'm going over the little fine details of things because I'm up in my room going over strategies that I see my son need to do a little bit better and things that he's doing really well. So it's a balance. It's a balance.
But you got to think, Z, you played, you watched. think about, let's say, I don't want to go stereotype, but let's just say an Indian parent or a Mexican parent or a white parent that ain't played a lick of basketball. They not doing that. Even if they are recording, they not they're not gonna go to that extreme. Now they can record, anybody can record the game, you feel me?
Yeah,
But you gotta get with certain people that know the
That's what
game. You get with a Trey,
that's
get
what I'm
with
about
you,
to
get
say.
with me, get with people that got film breakdown programs or whatever the case may be. Like if you don't know that, spend that extra little piece of change. If your goal, if you want to see your kid go to the next level and you don't
yeah.
know a lick
But
about nothing
they,
about
but they'll
basketball.
text you. Ed, they'll text you for that baby one layup they made. They'll text you, hey coach, did you get that layup? Because if you did, can you send it
Yeah.
to me?
Because they don't care. I had a coach, not a coach. I had a parent. Hey, I had a parent who they didn't get no playing time. They didn't get a lot of playing time they wanted. But then I recorded the game and I was like, let's go back and watch film. And every time we put her in, we sat down and watched film. Every time I put her in, I clocked it. At the end of the game, she had about 20 minutes. I'm
Mm,
like, but you said she played 2 minutes the whole tournament.
mm,
And it's like she played, but are you watching film to actually see what she's doing? But now we watching. I'm like, okay, this is why I took out. Everybody sprinting down the court. Yo, baby, jogging. It's a girl. She got to pick up. Your girl don't pick up. Like it's little stuff that they if they watch film, they'll see it and be like, okay, this is why that coach took you out the game. You in the
yeah,
corner, wide open. They pass the ball, it slipped right out your hand.
yep,
Do you expect not? You expect to play through that?
My
right.
baby, my baby in the WNBA, and I'm watching film. I'm breaking stuff down we get on the phone and say, well, a couple of times on defense you were lost. You know what I'm saying? Your man cut through, you didn't see where she went. But we having conversations like that. My baby at the top league. So,
Yeah,
I don't think I think everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, a lot of parents now, like you said, Ed, they don't know or they don't want to know. Now, that's two different things right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
Cause,
But
cause,
I
yeah.
yes and no, because I feel like, let's say for instance you're on a rec team and you kind of just doing it right, but I feel like if you on this team and you traveling to do that, then I feel like you don't want to know. Like you know what I'm saying?
Well,
Like
I'm
if you
saying
don't,
though, because how many parents? Let's use Mojef or Cypher.
mm-hmm.
If you're on that team and you're a parent that's not recording, but you got all these parents around you that's recording, then you just want to be done. See, when you around elite parents or elite people, you're gonna see things that you ain't normally doing. So you're gonna be like, oh shit, I'm supposed to let me get this motherfucking phone out where I can see what's going on
Now
out
I
here. You
will
know what I'm
say
saying?
on those elite teams, they have somebody recording their games for them.
Yeah, but still, some of them. Walsh Jordan is recording his babies, bro.
Bro, he on the bench.
Oh, he on the bench now? Oh, I
Yeah,
didn't
he
know he was
on
on
the
the
bench.
bench.
He
Okay,
ain't
all right.
recording no game.
Okay, all right. So he on the bench. Well, he got somebody recording it.
Yeah, they.
Yeah, he got somebody recording. Yeah, yeah. But all elite teams don't have that, bro.
Yeah, no, that is
All of
that
them don't
is
have it.
true. That is
Yeah,
true,
all
Dale.
elite teams don't
A
have
lot
it.
of teams don't
And I
have people
can't,
recording
I
their
can't
games.
depend on that either,
Yeah.
bro. Like I can't depend on that because
yeah,
it could be something. It could be something that happened in that game that could really, really help my son
Yup.
like go somewhere big time.
Yup.
And I done missed out on it because I'm waiting on. I'm,
Yup.
I'm depending on somebody to be there to film that. You know what I'm saying? So,
Mm-hmm.
you know, I don't think parents passionate enough about their kids making it. They act like they are, but they really not,
Bro,
bro. They
what I
really not.
said, I told somebody this, bro. I think I put it in my story, bro. I said, bro, I got one like I got one of the best pages with all the college coaches. I'm like, bro, there's no way you should not want to hire me to come record your game or you get in the program to want to get seen by college coaches, bro. I was like, bro, y'all don't people say, oh, they want to do this, they do that, but I really just don't believe people believe in their kids like they say they
Yeah.
do. Like,
Well, you know how exhausted.
well,
Y'all know how exhausted I be from recording games, dog. I be
I'm gonna
tired,
say,
bro.
hey, that was
I'm
tired,
gonna
ain't
say
it?
this. I'm gonna say this because I gotta correct that. They believe in a
No, they
kid,
don't.
but it's a no. Listen. You gotta have a mindset to go get it though. Like if you ain't got that mindset, like Z got a mindset to go get it. So he know, hey, I'm not coming up here in my flip flops. I'm not coming in here chilling. I'm not coming here. I'm not about to go find my best friend on the team with the dad and go sit here and talk the whole game about the
No,
other kids. They care
no,
about their kids, but they not looking at it like, hey, this is a job too. I have to like if
Yeah,
you see the elite parents, they packing lunches. They not going to Popeyes after a game,
yeah,
and then they got a game in 2 hours. Like you see little stuff. So yeah, they believe in their kids. Yeah, of course. But it's like, do they believe in their work? Do they believe? Do they believe in the grind? Do they believe like, hey, I got to work too? Because most parents say, hey, this is not my job. This is their job. This is the kid job. Like even then, like Z say I record and I break it down. Most parents might record it, but guess who they trying to make break down the film? The kids
the
got
kid.
to go break down.
Hmm.
You hear all
yeah,
the time the parents be like, yeah, they won't get up and go work out. You be like, well, you get them up and go work out. And I used to tell one lady this, your kids are gonna be whoever they see. So if you
Yeah,
if you go home, if you go straight home and watch TV and you watching TV, that's what your kids gonna be.
yeah.
If you go home and read a book, like my sister read all day long, but when she used to come home, she used to see my mama reading. Like my mom used to just read,
Hmm.
right? Like your kid is gonna be if your kid, like I said this last week, if you in that gym and your kid is with you, they gonna naturally start loving how to play basketball. Like this just they gonna become
And
whoever they are,
I was
whoever
gonna
you
get
are.
to that point. Uh, I feel like you know how you a kid can be good at basketball, but they ain't really just played basketball, but they just been around the environment their whole life because they don't picked up so much psychological movements that they've been around basketball their whole life. So they automatically somewhat gifted with the game of basketball. They be like, man, how you do that move? You just got a great feel for the game.
Right,
And you ain't even been training, you ain't been doing that. But they just been psychologically programming movements,
right,
patterns, you know what I'm saying, in their game so they know how to move in certain things. Like they be like, how you know that? You know what I'm saying?
right,
The kid could be 7, 8 years old, but they ain't never trained a day in their life, but they just know how to move
right.
in basketball. They know how to do certain moves. Have you ever had the best socks in the world? Nope, you ain't. You don't know why you lying like that. Listen, ASG socks is the best socks in the world. Comfortable, snug fit, and you don't need to double sock them. Listen, the socks that the pros wear, these are ASG socks. Listen, man, buy two, get one free, plus free shipping. Less than $50, man. Use code I'm coming to get these socks. Get these socks today. Stop playing psychologically programmed it in their head because they've been around it so much because their dad's a trainer or a coach or something like that, where they just hearing whistles and
Right,
stuff like that all the time. So they're accustomed, their mind is accustomed to it.
right.
Yeah.
Now I believe that.
You said what?
I believe that.
Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Last thing, the AAU tournament admission fees. A lot of people complain. A lot of people complain. A lot of people complaining. Post going viral right now. For the P32. It was in Dallas this weekend actually. So it's crazy. It's crazy that a lot of people talk because it's in Dallas. You know what I'm saying? It was at the Evals Sports Complex and Farmers Branch. New Balance. I think it was not what $40 for a day, 90 for a weekend, 25 for six to
Six,
12,
six
and
through 12,
6 and up.
6 through 12.
yeah, 6 to 12, and then 5 and under was free. How y'all feel about them prices? Y'all feel like that's pushing it?
Man, that is outrageous.
Hey, let me tell y'all something. I paid $75 for a band for the weekend at Under Armour. You had to pay $5 a day to park.
That ain't bad.
Yeah, yeah. So I just listen. Some of the parents need to start leaving somebody at home. Quit taking everybody.
But you how can you like be like, man, like that's tough, bro. That's a tough decision, bro.
I'm just saying, bro. If you gonna, if you already know it's gonna be, you already finna pay a lot of
Yeah.
money. So,
I
you gotta if you,
You
that
said what?
just if you ain't got it like that, somebody got to stay back.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
And I look at it like this. Like 16, 17, maybe 15. If you got a 15-year-old, 14-year-old that's really
Mm-hmm.
good, that's gonna be getting seen, yeah, you know you gotta spend that money because you know the elite world costs. But the ones who complain will probably be the ones, and the money is steep. I'm like this. I'm not paying no $90 to get in no basketball game. But if I got a kid that's like, I know college coach is about to be, because you're not paying for the tournament, you paying for college coaches. And that's exactly why I took my teams out of that stuff. I'm like, y'all not ready for that. Like, can y'all go compete
Yeah.
with any team? Yeah, you can compete with anybody. You like, we not getting beat bad. Like, you compete and they play up. But I'm like, nah, we ain't finna go pay. I'm not finna have y'all pay $90. You know, we part of that. We not about to go pay $90 and $25 for a kid, and we can go right in the backyard and get that same development. Like
Mm-hmm.
it's like you're not ready yet. And I just look at it like that. If you ready, then the money don't matter because you getting looks, you getting because I think Tyrese Maxey was at the P32. So you get to meet Tyrese Maxey. They got the media there.
But they
Uh,
said it wasn't that much media there.
it was coaches there.
I mean, coaches there's live period.
Well, you got coaches there. You got a lot of stuff there. So you paying for a lot of different
But
different stuff in that one. You know,
but
but if you're
90
not ready, you're not ready.
$90 compared to $75 is a different ball game. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? And,
Yeah.
yeah, $90 a weekend pass compared to $75 weekend pass is a different ball game. I think, I just think, and I think organizations that send that out early to parents, that's a good thing too as well. Like I would want my organization to let me know how much it's gonna
Mm-hmm.
cost to get in there.
Yeah.
And early, you know what I'm saying? So that way I can be prepared for it. Now you walking up to that door and not prepared for it,
Yeah.
bro, that's a whole different ball
Yeah.
game.
Hey, but
Yeah. Yeah.
Z. You can be mentally prepared for it, but when you gotta go pay that $90, you gonna be like, God damn, y'all for real, $90?
It was a post. A real parent like me was like, I paid $90, nigga. Shit, you better play your ass off, nigga. I'm talking about, yeah, shit. You better be on the floor. You better be jumping up in the stands, saving balls. Like,
Yeah,
that's where I think kids don't understand. Like, you put that value back on the kids. Like, hey man, I just spent $90 getting in here, plus these AAU fees,
yeah,
plus this travel fee. Shit. Listen.
parking.
I didn't come down here for y'all to be having parties in the hotel and having a good time and all this shit. We came down here to play basketball. This is a business trip. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It's a business trip. So, and I think only categories that fit in is like 15U, 16U,
Yeah,
17U. That's when basketball is serious, bro.
yeah,
That's
Mm-hmm.
when it starts getting serious because 15U, you're trying to position yourself to play on the top
Right.
team or whatever organization
Mm-hmm.
you in.
yeah,
So, things are serious now. It's not no playtime no more. You know what I'm saying? Like, I want you to have fun in the game and all that. If you love basketball, you're gonna have fun regardless. But just the severity, just being serious about everybody's time and everybody's money, and I don't think kids value that, man. They don't understand how much this stuff really costs.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, man, I seen all the videos and everybody doing their thing. EYBL, I seen you at the EYBL Ed.
Mm-hmm.
Z, you was sending us stuff with your son. And every time I would see some on Instagram, I'm texting my parents, don't get caught up in all that. We ain't missing nothing. Cause in my head, I'm like, cause I had one girl leave because she want to play on the circuit. I'm like, okay, you ready? You can go play. But in my head, I'm like, if you ain't like, you know how it goes. So I'm texting all my other people, hey, what it's looking like, hey, like, cause I don't want them to be looking on social media and everybody playing on them circuit. It look good on social media and everything, but they not saying how much you gotta pay. They not saying you not getting looked at college coach. You not no college coaches there and stuff like that. So every time I used to see these videos this weekend, I'm texting my parents, hey, something like, hey, stay locked in. Don't lose focus on what we doing. Build yourself up. Get ready for next year. Get ready for your first high school year. We ain't gotta go play on no circuit because everybody and every parent, every kid think they have to go play on that circuit so early or even like, I'm like, you're not ready yet. Like, let's just grind. Let's work. It's summertime. Let's get in the gym on Saturday. We ain't got to fly to Ohio. We ain't got to go to College Station. We ain't got to go to Memphis and Kentucky. Let's stay here for a
All them
weekend.
places. All
Yeah,
them places cost money.
yeah.
All them places cost money. Hotel. My hotel stay was $830. Yeah. I'm going to put it out there for y'all. Flights for me and Lil Z. Flights for me and Lil Z. I put 1,000, put about 1,200 on flights. 1,200 on flights. $830 for a stay. Rental car, $400.
Food.
Food, eating,
Two,
put another
three.
2 on there. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, you think about, you do the math, parents. You do the math on it. This shit ain't for, somebody that I think my baby can go to school. Hell no. Hell no. No, this for people that really, really, really,
Like
really
that.
know their baby got a chance to go
Yeah.
play at a university.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nah, but and I want to say something about the coaches. Like I mean, like I said, I'm with the coaches all the time on the baselines. The coaches stayed at the front. I was in Houston, right? The coaches pretty much stayed on the front on the main circus court, the EYBL courts. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And I mess with all the coaches. You know what I'm saying? But that's where they stayed for the most part. Of course, you had a couple they'll sprinkle out here and there because somebody said something. Hey, come check me out. But majority of them coaches, man, they stayed on them front courts, like bro, like. So that's why it's important to get your film, like Z was saying. So yeah, you could go to those events, but if you ain't recording, you just wasted a trip. You know what I'm saying? Like you ain't got no proof of evidence of like, hey, I had a good game, missed this game, or this and that, or even when I went to Ray event, like his stuff was a little more intimate because it was only 6 courts, but all the coaches was on a select few courts. You know what I'm saying? The whole time, like you know what I'm saying. So.
Yeah.
Y'all gotta understand, like, get as elite as you possibly can at this sport, and that elite could be JUCO level, that could be your D2 level, that could be NAIA level, that could be D1. Get good as you possibly can at whatever sport that you want to play at the next level. That's
You know,
the ultimate
yeah.
goal.
And you also, Ed, man, I really want parents to understand, man, the assignment starts
Yes.
early.
Yeah.
I think so many parents get serious about this when it's too late.
Yep.
And
Yep.
and they
Yep.
they don't understand.
Yep.
I prepared Zay and Lil Z at an early age to be really, really good. I didn't wait till late. I didn't make it where it was an assignment. Like it's, I'm killing you. Like you still get a chance to be a kid, but
Mm-hmm.
the consistency and dedication starts with the parent.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
If a kid will follow what the parent is dedicated. If they dedicated and consistent, like just what I told y'all the other day, soon as it rains, guess what parents say? Baby, we don't need to go to training that night. It's raining outside. But they the first niggas in the gym when that same rainstorm.
Yeah.
So
Mm-hmm.
the choice that parents make and the dedication, it starts with us. It starts with us because you let the kid off the hook by saying, "Oh, it's raining, baby. Don't worry about going to Coach Z tonight. Yeah, we'll see him next week. Don't. Yeah, we're gonna go and stay on in. So that let the kid off the hook of a day of him getting better or her getting better.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying? So I always put it back on the parents. Like if we not committed, how can the kid be committed?
Mm-hmm.
Right. But then I always say this because we always talking, and we know we've been in this game. Everybody, you can be decent at basketball, you can be good at basketball, you can be really good at basketball, you can be great at basketball, then you can be elite, and then you can just be like that. Like it's different levels to this, and whatever you choose to like, your consequence, you got consequences of every decision you make. If you know you're supposed to be in the lab 5 days a week. Some about to hit. A lot of kids about to go on vacation. I said, hey, that's cool. But you about to miss a big part of your development. Kids go vacation 2 months, 1 month, 2 weeks, 1 week. But you gonna see these elite kids, yeah, they get to be kids, but it's like, hey, like Z said, my assignment is this. I'm getting busy. I can't afford to go on a month vacation, or I can't afford to go 2 weeks and it's being mean because it's like, hey, we talk about kids, let them be kids. All right, cool. Stay at that level. But those kids that's really, really, really out, like, it's a girl who really good, right? And she say, I don't go on vacation. My vacations is around my basketball trips.
Yeah.
So if I don't got a tournament and I can go take one, or I can go do this, or I might go to a camp and I might be out there for the weekend and we do stuff for the weekend. Or I might go for a tournament and say the tournament end on Sunday. The dad said, hey, we might do something on a Monday for our vacation. We might do some Monday and Tuesday, or we might drive back and like let them experience stuff, but they said they'll never like miss a whole week just to go on vacation.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, like Boo Williams, I used to tell the girls, y'all go ahead and take care of y'all business, then we'll go to the beach after the tournament. You know what I'm saying? Like, let
yeah,
them go just be
yeah,
girls, man, and enjoy themselves and have a good time. As a coach, I always thought that was
Yep.
important. You know what I'm saying? But you know, like me and Lizzie, we do have a good time on his trips. After games, go eat somewhere real nice and talk about what he need to do better, what he did, what he think he did good at, stuff like that. Enjoy and laugh, But I do think at some point while you traveling, you got to figure out a way to make that into type of some fun for your kid as well.
right,
Like I know a lot of parents that'll stay an extra day
yeah,
at a place for them to just go kick
right,
it. You know what I'm saying? Like to go have a good time. You know what I'm saying? If they got that type of money and you could able to do that, then it's all good for you. I was never rolling like that. We getting on the plane after the tournament and we headed back. I figured out how to have a good time while we there, and then we gonna roll on back to the house.
right,
But
Yeah.
some parents in a better financial situation to where they can, stay an extra day and find something to do fun for their kids to have, and they made it like it to a vacation
right,
trip. But I mean, it's all business when you going. It's all business, man. You going there to play
right,
basketball, man. So the parents that do have all these damn agendas and shit before they even get the first game under their belt, their kids be looking awful out there on the court because they mind not where it need to be. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Mentally, their mind not where it need to be.
yeah,
So I mean, that'd be a great topic to talk about here. As far as traveling and preparation and stuff like that, and how you should be looking at the
yeah.
game. Because I
Like
mean,
I tell kids, like, I got a little girl who I think you was there when we had this conversation. I don't know. And you gonna know exactly what they was talking about. Yeah, she wanna go to Six Flags with her
Oh
friends.
yeah.
And you know me, and I'm vocal with these girls. And I said, what friends? None of these girls talking about going to Six Flags, and they say, nah, her friends from school. I said, nah, she can't go hang out with them because we don't know those girls. We don't know what they about to do. Go hang out with your basketball friends. Go do this. Go. I don't mind you having fun, but go have fun with them. Go, like, don't make your vacation. Don't go spend a whole weekend with some girls that not even gonna be on your level, right? Like, you don't know what they about to go up there and do. But if you go with your basketball girls, that's a team bonding. That's y'all getting chemistry. Y'all like each other. Like, y'all getting better. Like, and that's why we trying to tell kids, you can have fun, but it's your approach how you do it. Like, I got a lot of kids who be like, we can't make this tournament. My friend got a birthday party. Then what are you doing? You know what I'm saying? Like that. Like, you telling me you gonna miss a whole
Yeah.
tournament day for a birthday party?
Yeah.
I mean, at the younger ages, I wouldn't give a damn. But if it's something cool,
Nah,
yeah,
we talking about big girl
yeah.
stuff. We talking about big
Yeah,
girl
what I'm
stuff.
saying.
Yeah,
I said the older girls, they got to make a choice on, you know, like Zay used to say when she got to college. Man, they don't give a damn who birthday it is, nigga. You finna go, you finna play you finna practice, you finna do everything you're
Yeah.
supposed to do. And so all that stuff that you used to do, like you said, disappeared. We ain't gonna be at practice coach for the next couple of weeks because we going on vacation.
yeah,
Well, shit. Okay. Well, I mean,
Well,
I like what Lil Z coach tells the boys. He takes all the time. And you go on vacation, I ain't answering the phone for college coaches.
Hey, do y'all still got that same coach from last year, Z?
Yeah,
The tall white guy?
Coach Reggie. No, we got Coach Reggie.
Okay.
Coach Reggie.
but
Okay.
and I
Yeah,
also think like I look at it like this. So like, there's a girl I've been training. She played in Houston this weekend, but she didn't play till like 7:30 that Friday night. So I talked to her. I ended up running to their pops or whatever, and they wouldn't found a shoot to shoot at. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, so I feel
yeah,
it's certain. Like, you still can get your work in. Let's just say vacay. Let's say for instance you went to freaking Hawaii for like Hawaii got gyms. Like,
yeah,
you still can get your work in. Like, go on vacation, but still keep in mind, like, when you come back, and if you this far behind, that bitch might get warm for you. You know
So,
what I'm saying? Like, it is
yeah.
what it
I know.
is. Like, you gotta
I
be
know
in that
me.
mode and you go on vacation. Like, yeah, you can't control your parents. You know what I'm saying? Like, so if your family want to go on vacation, okay, cool. Hey, coach, we going on vacation, but I'm gonna make sure I find a gym somewhere, and I'm finna get this work in. I'm gonna find a weight room somewhere, or even if I use the hotel weight room.
yeah.
I'm finna get those work in,
That's why I say that
so you
But
won't
I
fall
routine.
off.
know.
That's why
I know Zay and Lil Z. I know Lil Zay and Lil Z packing up the car or truck. They never came out that door without a
yeah.
basketball. Anytime we was
Yeah.
going on vacation, they had a basketball. They throw it in the back of their car.
Yeah.
Cause they gonna both find somewhere to hoop.
Yeah.
They both gonna find somewhere to hoop on vacation. You know what I'm saying? They both gonna do that. And kids that love it, they gonna do it
Yeah.
regardless. Now if you having and the kids that don't want to do it and don't care about working out, then you understand where they are.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's just like we talk about delusional. It's understanding where we are with what we like. Do you love it or do you like it? You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? Like, and it's as simple as that. I just don't think enough kids really love this shit like they say they do.
Look,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah.
somebody just said my daughter refuses to go on a cruise without a basketball court. But like, that's the
Yeah.
mentality that you gotta have
Yeah.
though. Like, if you really
That's
want to,
great.
like, you
That
on
is
a
great.
cruise,
When
you on the
I
water.
travel,
Yeah.
when we play, I'm always looking for a hotel. We went to Oklahoma. Y'all know that little the convention center.
Mm-hmm.
They got that big ass basketball court. That's the hotel I booked. I said, hey, told my people, this is where I'm staying. So we get to Oklahoma and we practicing on a Friday night. We get to practice on a Saturday morning. They go play. And Sunday morning, I wake up and all the girls in the gym getting work in. Like
Mm-hmm.
Bree and all them, it's early Sunday morning, but I'm telling them like you said, if we got to talk about the routine. So if I got a routine, I know I work out every morning at 5:30. Even if I'm in Tennessee, I still got to keep my routine. So
Yeah.
I
Yep.
still got to get up at 5:30 in the morning on Friday and go work out. You know what I'm saying? And that's why I said, hey, we got to talk about a summer routine, like, because half the
Yeah.
kids don't got a summer routine every day.
Yep.
If I'm in the summer, I'm trying to get at least 3 to 4 workouts in a day. And
I
it's
hit
like,
you
man,
boys up, man. I'm walking in this building. I'll hit
yeah, I
y'all
gotta
up
go.
later.
All right
I
now.
got I got a
All right.
session too.
All right now.
All right, Ed.
All right, now.
Yes, sir.